Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the live stream today. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Shout out to the NTZ crew. That's Jacob Tanjay, Michael Beach Alive. Thank y'all, man. I really appreciate it. All my old heads, there's Roger Walker. Doubtful Genius says, congrats on the 52,000. May your channel remain buff. Now, thank you, man. I'm under no delusion why this channel is as successful as it is because of my viewers and subscribers. If y'all disappeared, I'd be nothing. But thank you so much. Any new viewers and subscribers join us for the first time, welcome to the show. And anybody catching this on replay, we always have a topic. Is it our responsibility to act as ambassadors for those coming behind us? That's the topic. Well, of course, whatever you want to talk about, y'all know this. If I can get to it, put it over here. Michael Beach Your Life, I have to give you a shout out. He says, Cal, that peso is going to go down to 54. I don't know if you said by the end of the year, but hell, it's 55.75. It's down a whole peso since yesterday. I told Merlin that. She said, oh, don't worry. Once he gets to 54, it'll shoot back up. I said, well, what do you know about that? She said, just a Filipino instinct. I'm like, okay, let's hope. What's going on, John? But I do want to say that the first ever bodybuilding competition held in San Carlos City was a rousing success. I mean, if you'd have told me that it was going to turn out as well as it did, I wouldn't have believed you. In Maryland and a few others, man, they worked their butts off organizing this event. And then the Palau Hotel, I got to give a shout out to the Palau Hotel. They allowed us to use that ballroom, man, for nothing. It was free. And that made all the difference in the world. And all the judges, all the contestants, I mean, it was really nice, man. I mean, I'm proud to be a part of that. But see, that's all part of being an ambassador. As a matter of fact, the congressman here calls me the ambassador. And I thought to myself, man, he's right. I believe it's my responsibility, man. Is it an obligation? I have to say it's our obligation to act on our best behavior. We're guests, remember, in this country. But yeah, I want to thank everybody. So what's happened is, it was my idea. It was a no-brainer, really. I was over there working out. And, a couple of the fitness instructors over there and some of their clients, they compete all around the Philippines. And I just said, hey, why don't we have a competition here? And, it's one of those things where the idea was so big to them that people are kind of like shying away from it. But the closer it got and the closer things started to come together, people got closer and closer and start supporting it. Like, yeah, it can happen. So the next one, I probably won't even have to be involved. They'll take it and run with it, which is what I wanted to do. But yeah, it turned out good. And the young lady, guys, y'all said, oh, she doesn't have a lot of muscles, but she's fit. Look, this young lady's 18 years old. She's a newcomer. If she sticks with that, she's got a future in that. It's one of the things that really shocked me about the Philippines. You never think about fitness and bodybuilding and all that when you think about the Philippines. Me and Merlin was talking about that yesterday. Another on top of the bakeries, that are here, this physical fitness is another big surprise. I had no idea. I mean, it's huge over here. Trust me, guys. But let's get into the topic. I came up with this because I've got a friend staying in the guest house, and we were eating yesterday, and he said, I think this is what he said. He said, I think it's our responsibility to act as ambassadors when we come overseas, when we're guests in these countries. He's a black guy. He said, especially as black men. He said, because of our bad reputation that we have out there, even though it's not the right reputation. Now, here's a guy who, when I picked him up to bring him to the guest house, he travels with a set of golf clubs. He said, yeah, he said, everywhere I go, he travels around the world, by the way, not just to the Philippines. He said, but everywhere I go, and I'm on the golf course, especially in Asia, Southeast Asia, he said, people treat me like a celebrity. They're stern and all that. And he asked the guy, he said, why? He said, because they're not used to seeing black men playing golf overseas. You know, he said, they're used to that image, that old messed up image that's out there. Everybody's got tattoos and dreads, and you know, they're rappers, and we selling drugs, and you know how it is. You can't put two sentences together, right? That old blown up image that's been out there. See, we have to take control of our own image. And I said, man, you know, he's exactly right. Even when I picked him up, he was at a chicken place. They're stern, you know, because I didn't even know what that damn thing was. I thought maybe, I knew he played golf, but I thought, well, maybe that's just one club. No, he's traveling with a set of golf clubs, man. And I just think it is my responsibility. Don't you realize I've been in St. Carlos City for over 4.5 years? Now, y'all know my track record so far here. So you don't think that now, if they see a black man, they've got a different perception of black men? Absolutely. Because I've been the ambassador, man, just from being myself. I didn't go out of my way to do it. Just being on, you know, our best behavior. Oh, hold on, guys. Hey, let Curly in. Oh, Al. Let Curly in. I can't listen to that yapping. He's trying to get in. Yeah, he's back to his damn self, ripping and running around the neighborhood. What's up, Jeffrey Tad? He said, good morning, everyone. Cal, you set a very high bar to beat as an ambassador. Thank you, man. But my buddy over there, he travels around the world. And he came up, really, he gave me the topic. We sitting there eating. And I was like, you know, you're right, man. I think we should. I put down here, I said, I believe it's an obligation to act on our best behavior as guests overseas. Be responsible, be respectful. We're not saints, guys. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying take pride in yourself. And remember all the time, you know, I can't reiterate this. I don't give a damn what visa you have. You're a guest over here. I love the chat. Said free. Wow, yeah. I mean, you know, when he's the owner of the gym, they own that gym and the hotel, and he thought it was a great idea. He got all behind it because that venue, it made all the difference in the world. The seating, the lighting, the stage, the sound system, the whole thing, man, you know, it went a long way, I mean, in making that event the way it was, and people were really shocked. And I'm just proud to be a part of it, to give them something to be responsible for, because, I mean, to be not responsible for, to be happy about, because it's part of the festival, the Pentafloris Festival that's going on right now. Today's the last day. If you're here, they're going to have the parades and the competition and all that. It's really going to be a fitting end to this. John Crossan says, I'm planning a trip to the Philippines in 2024. Hey, Confident Voice Speak says, thanks for the super chat. He said, great to catch a live stream finally. It's tough to catch one when I'm on the hamster wheel in Southeast Asia. Oh, man, are you on the hamster wheel over here, or are you on the hamster wheel over there? Because it is a big time difference. But thank you. But yeah, people don't understand. Steve Kogan says we need to project a positive image of ourselves. Absolutely. And this plays right into what I'm getting ready to say. A lot of my viewers don't understand that in 2023, many people over here have never met a foreigner in person. That's what he was saying. He said, when he's on the golf course, they're stern because they only see black men on videos and getting paraded in handcuffs and everything like that. He said they never seen him in person, and when they saw him, it's a shock. But not realizing that he's the real image of black men. That's the image that they should promote out there, but they don't. Because 100% of the black men that I deal with, self-supporting, law-abiding, they take care of their kids and their families. They stay out of trouble. They don't use drugs. They don't sell drugs. They don't do any of that stuff. But it's the 5% that gets all the headlines. Okay? So, yeah, you're right, man. We have to project a positive image of ourselves. Not just black men, but Americans. Because Americans, we have a bad rep overseas. But it's not true for real. Because I'll give you a perfect example. Like in Dumageddon, right? They call it Dramageddon. It's not Dramageddon. They take that little drop of people and try to paint all expats with that in Dumageddon. It's a wrong reputation, man. Dumageddon's nice. Man, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have to say 100% of the people, the expats I met in Dumageddon have been great guys. I'm pretty sure if I go to the wine night after 12 midnight, when people had too much to drink, you might get an argument or something. But for the most part, man, it's not Dramageddon. It's not Doomageddon. But that's how it works. The small percentage gets the headline. So a lot of us, when we can, we have to purposely put that image out there. King Arthur says, I agree, Calvin. I hate it when I see young black guys with their trousers hanging down to their knees. Yeah, but see, I don't like it either. And that's the image that's out there. But that's really the minority. I don't wear my pants down to my knees. Neither do you. But that's what people over here see. I mean, really, that's what they see. Remember I made the video, I got my Negro wake-up call in the Philippines, right? Well, YouTube won't monetize that video because I'm saying Negro on there. But anyway, this is why a lot of people was in the comments saying, well, thinking it's okay to say Negro and nigger and all that, right? Oh, we hear the rappers say, man, the rappers don't even scratch the surface of black. It's 40 million black people in America. How you gonna let a handful of rappers, determine your reputation of us? Hey, Tom, he said, maybe it's changed in recent years and maybe it's an Asia thing, but black American men abroad, Europe in particular, don't come with a negative reputation. Indeed, they seem to attract good attention. Well, I'm just telling you that with the onset of the internet that's made the world so much smaller, they see a negative image being portrayed. I don't know what world you've been living in, but black men are not portrayed in a positive image, Tom. Okay, I just have to push back against that. I fought against this my whole life. I'm 60 years old. I have to disagree. Now, what happens is when they finally meet us in person and see that we're not the person that they've been seeing on the news, in the internet, on the videos, I have to agree with you. Okay? Because 100% of the women I've ever dealt with over here, they never dealt with a black man before. After they dealt with me, guess what? They friends want a black man. Okay? They won't deal with nothing but black men after that. Okay? Even though my ex is with a white guy right now, she was with a black man first. But I'm just saying, I have to disagree with that. When I'm in America, if I don't have on my suit and tie, Tom, they cross the street. I'm a threat. That's the image of black men. We're criminals. We're thugs. It's not the right one. So that just comes over here. It just makes its way over here through the airwaves and stuff. Okay? But I'm just saying, all foreigners, we're We're sex pets, they say. Okay, we're promoting sex tourism and all that, right? It's not true, man. But that's the image that's out there. So when you come over here and you start giving back, you start becoming a member of the community in a positive way, you're making friends, you're not making enemies. It's in stark contrast to the reputation that's out there, guys. We have a bad reputation over here. I don't know where this is the Philippines, man. We're in Southeast Asia. If you think that foreigners have a good reputation over here, man, you're wrong. We don't have a good reputation, but it's changing. The more of us that come over here and act like we got some sense, the better off it's going to be. But I'm sorry. When they look at you as a sex pet. They look at you over here as exploiting these young women. But it's not true. It's really not true. But I have to agree with you, Tom. Once they come in contact with us and they say, hey, this guy doesn't even have a tattoo. Where's your dreads? They ask me. They are surprised when I don't drink. They said, you don't drink just one drink? They keep want to pass me the red horse. I'm like, I don't drink. I don't give them a reason why I don't drink. I just don't drink. Okay. Robert Calander says, I'd like to know why we still call people by colors. Everyone has a name. I live in Southern California. You wouldn't need to wear a coat and tie. Nobody's going to cross any streets. Yeah, well, maybe that's where I need to move if I go back to the United States, Robert. Because people still lock their doors, roll up their windows when they see me coming. I don't even have a police record. A lot of people that do that, when I'm in America, I earn more money than they do. But if you're sitting there and telling me that the image of black men is not threatening, we're not thugs, man, you're in a dreamland. But it's up to us to control our image, not the media. Man, in 2013, I had a program. It was called Resurrection, Black Man Stand Up. And it was all about taking control of our image. So what we were doing, we were paying tribute to just the regular men in the community who get up every day and go to work, who stay out of trouble, take care of their children and their families, take care of their business, okay, who never get any headlines for that. They don't get any pats on the back. But it was called Resurrection, Black Men Stand Up, and say, hey, look, we need to take control of the image back, that old negative image that's out there. Gerald Wilkins says, remember, ratings of the negative brings in viewership and advertising money, Calvin. We know there are great black role models. Yeah, you're right. That's the whole point. But when you're in a place like the Philippines where they don't know anything about ratings and viewership, they're saying, well, what's this black man doing with a set of golf clubs? Are those golf clubs or those rifles in that damn bag he's carrying? See? Because he blows that bad image out of the water, man. This guy is, he's wealthy. But they don't see the image of the only wealthy men they see on TV is these entertainers and these athletes, and they're not the best role models. That's right. He said in America, they try to portray black men as either rainbow or criminals only in the media. That's right. And it makes its way over here in different places. So, yeah, I think it is my responsibility, because he asked me yesterday, he said, Calvin, he said, how many people you think you've influenced to come to the Philippines? I said, a lot. I done lost count. Okay, but I said, it used to be a big deal when they saw a black man here in St. Carlos City. Now it's not. Every black man they see, whether it's true or not, they attribute it to me. They think, oh, do you know Sunshine Shoulders? I was at the bank the other day. And the lady asked me, the bank manager asked me, did I know such and such? And I'm like, Why would I know him? I mean, there's 20 million black men in America. A guy asked me that I know Kobe Bryant, right? He said, funny thing is, when I was a cop, white women would cross the street when I would walk by in uniform or grab their purse. Yeah, I mean, it's just an image of a thug as a criminal that we've been labeled with, and it's up to us when we come overseas, even in America, man, to break that image, to shatter it. And it doesn't matter, okay, because I'm gonna tell you, white men over here are seen as pedophiles, they're seen as arrogant, when it's not true. This is the image that they're dealing with over here. Okay, they come over here to take advantage of these young women, very young women. Okay, they think they're better than everybody else. They looking down on the culture and everything like that. But it's really not true. Are there men like that over here? Absolutely. But it's always the tiny percentage that they try to paint us all with that same brush. Hey, Kamal, thanks for that super chat. He said, good topic. He says, no wonder most aren't familiar with Robert Smith, the richest black man in America, because he doesn't hold a ball or a mic. Absolutely. It's a lot of people like that. And then I really don't deal with Facebook. Facebook is so ignorant. There's so much ignorance on Facebook. It's a damn shame. Okay, they said, what was I looking? Because I've got a Sunshine Shoulders Facebook page, so I have to be on there. And only 4 black men have reached, only 4 black athletes have reached billionaireship, right? And I'm like, yeah, but what about the ones who aren't athletes, stupid? Okay? And entertainers and all of that. But we're not all sex pets over here either. That's another image, guys, that we have to shatter. It is. That's the reason why they think we're here. They think we're here exploiting women over here, young women at that, and taking advantage of them, not realizing that in most cases, we're the ones getting exploited. But they don't tell that other story because it's just like Gerald Wilkins said. It doesn't get any viewership. It doesn't get any ratings if you talk about men getting exploited over here. But if you talk about young women getting exploited, now everybody's ears is open. Hey, Jim Porter says hello from Vegas. What's up, Franz? But yeah, in 2023, many people over here have never met a foreigner in person. But we take it for granted. We think that they have. Okay, in 2019, at the peak of Philippine tourism, 8.2 million people came here for the whole year. Okay, so that's about 750,000 per month in a country of 110 million. Man, that's not even a drop in the bucket. That's like spitting in the damn bucket. It's nothing. Okay, so a lot of times people have never met you in person. They don't know. They're only going by the perception. That's why when a woman meets you over here, that's all you want is sex. And then we think, well, that's all you want is money. Because now they got an image problem. But since we're the guests, this is why the topic is what it is. Is it our responsibility to act as ambassadors? I say it is, to make it better for the men and women following us. Robert Dame said the clothes, the shoes, the smell, the look, the walk, it's all important. It is. That's what I got. We have to take some pride in ourselves. Okay? We got to be the anti-sex pat. Even though most of us come over here, we get it on. Let's don't get that twisted. But we're not over here, just every 24 hours a day, walking up and down Walking Street, the red light district in Manila, Mango Square, looking for sex. Some of us actually have thriving lifestyles over here. We're in committed relationships, but they don't see any of that. They only see us as sex pets. So that's why I say, you know, make sure you know why you're coming over here, because they think they know. Okay? I'm not even going. You're telling a lie. See, this is the kind of stuff, and I'm getting ready to get rid of you after this because you're lying. Okay? There's more white men who owe child support over there than black men. Look it up if you don't think I'm playing. When it comes to when black men separate from the mother of their children, they're more likely to be in contact with the child than any other race in America, to stay in contact and raise that child. So get off of there talking about that. Okay? What he's saying, why do you keep saying take care of your children? Because we do. That's not the image that's out there, and you know it's not. You're agreeing with what I'm saying. You're agreeing with what I'm saying. But that's why I keep saying it, because that's the image that's out there. I don't know where you've been your whole damn life. It's a negative image out there. Something that I've been working to shadow my entire life. And I've been successful with it. Hell, 80% of my clients were white in Kentucky, because Kentucky's only 8% black. Well, the topic is it our responsibility to act as ambassadors for those coming behind us overseas? And I say it is. I think it's, if you make your bed, you gotta lie in it, right? So you make a soft bed, make a comfortable bed. But you guys ain't dreamland. Where y'all been? If y'all think that foreigners have a great reputation in the Philippines, that's what you think. We got a lot of work to do over here. Okay? Just let me be honest with you. A Kaiser Soldier says, I was in the Navy in the 70s, in 1970. When I was in the Longport City, the women called the white guys beasts. To this day, the women that had any dealings with them don't really like them. Well, you know, a lot of that's changed, you know, because it's not true. This is what I'm saying. You know, it's not just black men, but it's specifically black men, because for some reason, that's the only image that you see of us. It's these rappers and drug dealers and athletes. You know, we're not carrying a ball or something. You know, that's why if you say anything about Deion Sanders, LeBron James, they coming after you, man. You know, it's like, well, what about the professor? What about Eric Terry, my buddy down in Florida, the professor? Now, it's crickets. You walk right by him. You have no interest in him at all. There's a guy that probably has a lot to do with a lot of them athletes and entertainers being where they are today, but they get no attention. Yeah, that's right. We have to represent ourselves and our race, whoever you are. No. I'm talking about, listen, guys, you are misinterpreting what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. 100% of the guys, black men that I deal with, we're self-supporting. Okay? We have jobs. We're law-abiding. We take care of our children, the ones who have children, because the image out there is black men don't care about their children. We don't take care of our families. Where have you been? That's what's out there, okay? That's why when you see a guy like, what's the guy, when you see LeBron James, when you see, what's the guy, the father who, before Deion Sanders, he was always on the face of the news, got those 3 sons LaMelo Ball. What about the Ball, right? Why are they going to set him out and say he's such a great father, which he is, when he's not the exception. He's the norm, okay? Most black men are like him when it comes to the children. They're not missing in action. They might be separated. And those are the damn figures that the people who want that image and reputation to be out there, they throw out there. Okay, yeah, the woman, a single mother, single parent household. It doesn't exist, guys. Men are behind that woman somewhere. These women are not without a boyfriend or husband and somebody supporting them, okay? That's bullshit. Now he's just on here. He's not even listening to what I'm saying. I'm talking about the image. I'm not talking about the truth. We know what the truth is. I'm the living truth right here. I'm not a saint. You know, but you have to look at the reputation that foreigners have in Southeast Asia. We're just over here buying pussy. We're over here exploiting women. We're over here taking advantage, of a vulnerable population. That's what they think. It doesn't matter what you think. I'm giving you the truth. So when you come over here, you got clean clothes, they aren't. You're talking with respect. You're being responsible because they're thinking something else. The congressman here called me a ambassador. You don't believe me? Let me show you something. Well, I don't know what Maryland did with that. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna kick her butt if she's moved it. Maryland. Well, anyway, he gave me, when I was in Thailand, he messaged me in my messenger. This is one of the richest, most powerful men on Negroes Island. And he said, hey, I got something for you in my office. Talk to my secretary. He said, no, my secretary has something for you. Go pick it up. I told him I'm in Thailand. I'll send Merlin. Well, Merlin goes there and gets it, and it's a card. And on the card, he calls me the ambassador and, and everything. And, he said, if you ever have any problems in the Philippines, he said, just show him that card. And that's what I did. And I've never had any problems ever since that. But I'm saying, because he sees what I'm doing. He sees me and what I'm doing. The walk I'm walking, not the talk. We can all talk that stuff, okay? That's right. That's exactly what I'm saying, okay? Now we're on the same page. Now you're listening. Geechee Line, what's up? He said, Bam P, good morning, Cal, and everyone who supports Geechee. Man, come on with all this self-promotion, man. I hope you carrying the flag over here. Yeah, he said pretty much they claim that men leave, yet women file 80% of divorces. Thank you. But this is the reputation, this is the image that we have, so we have to shatter it. And that's what the live stream is about today. See, because a lot of you out there, I would think I would have 1,000 comments over here. Because the label that they strapped on your back. It's not the right one. He says everyone is seeing the truth now. That's why many different races of women are now dating black men. It's because you're right. They're not, they put the newspaper down. They turned off the damn evening news. If you turn on the evening news, you think every black man selling crack cocaine and got 20 chains around his neck, okay, and got 20 baby mamas and all that. He says the internet has nothing to do with our image. Well, you know, everybody has it adds to it. Our image, the false image that's out there, the bad one. See, we have to take control of our image. We can't put it in the hands of the people who want bad for us, and they're the ones who have it. You know, so when they see you doing good, they're not gonna advertise it unless it's in sports. You know, we're 9 times more likely to point our children towards sports than any other race over there. I'm like, it's other ways to get ahead, guys, you know. Yeah, he said, turn off the news and forget about social media as a source of information. But it's just so sickening, man. You know, imagine in America, the smartest country in the world, supposedly the greatest country, I mean, the richest, 35% of adults get their information from Facebook. Shows you what, we're in a bad situation, man. Hey, what's up, TJ? He's over in Thailand now. He said, good morning from Junteen Beach. Popping in for a second, fighting off a headache, man. Wow. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, scary. It is. He said the most common ethnicity of child support specialists, white, 63%, followed by Hispanic or Latin, 15%, Black or African American, 13%, and unknown, 4%. You know, this isn't a white against black thing, guys. We're just saying the image, okay? And why we need to be ambassadors in our country and overseas, okay? Because remember, I told you about the guy in Maine who did all that mass shooting, but he's like the rest of the mass shooters, the white guys who they go under the radar because they get the benefit of the doubt. They don't have that image that we're dealing with. If I just think about going out and buying a gun, they're coming for me because of my image as a black man. I'm a thug, I'm a criminal, okay? So this is what I'm saying. So that translates overseas. You don't believe it? It does. Because they're getting their information from over there and Facebook and all of that. Oh, yeah. I was watching this before I came on the live stream. But you know, LSU's got their damn number. They beat them last year, right? Yeah, if you play sports, the police kill you and they make money off that. Also, soju is no joke. What is that? Is that drink? Is that some type of drink? I know TJ's over in Thailand living it up. David Rodriguez said media has a lot to do with our image and we lean into it, sad but true. Yeah, because we're the ones, we idolizing the wrong people. You probably don't even know where your English teacher is today. Hey, Elliot. Elliot sent me a message today. She said, yeah, somebody's made another video about you. And I'm like, they don't understand that YouTube is on a rampage right now, okay? And making those videos about me is not going to get them any views at all. YouTube is just ignoring that garbage, okay? Have you ever watched this doctor on YouTube? It's interesting. Whenever an athlete or somebody sustains an injury, he'll go on his channel and he'll explain the injury, what happened, the recovery and all that, the therapy, right? But this guy used to get 2 to 3 million views per video. His last video got 30,000, 50,000. He went from 2 to 3 million per video. Now he's down to 30,000. See, every time I see a big channel like that, I go behind the scenes, I investigate it. So yeah, I saw that video, and you know, people don't understand we're a YouTube community. We got to work together. When you put those type of videos out, all it does is give the trolls an opportunity to get in the comments and cut me to shreds, which I don't care. But that's what it does. But yeah, I saw it, and you know, it's a shame. Timothy Bright said, "Hey, not trying to get off the topic, but I saw Booby was in the hospital, just checking to see if she's better." Yeah, you can hear her in there now. She stayed one night in the hospital, scaring me to death because you really don't know what's going on. A guy messaged me today, said, "Cal, you know, it could be that water, you know, because up until like last year, we were giving Booby her bath in, you know, filtered water because it's cheap, okay." But here lately, Marilyn and them have been giving her a shower in that regular water. We know kids, the water can get down in your mouth, and that could be the source of it because she was throwing up, using the bathroom, running a fever, but now it's gone. Then her big sister, we had to rush her to the emergency room. You know, it's been a week for me, man. But I can say this, okay, we took her to Sandoc Hospital with everything. It was 9,470 pesos, which isn't bad for one day in the hospital. I mean, it's a lot of money over here. If I wasn't here, they probably would have went to the city hospital. That's where our insurance is good. So I'm thinking, well, why didn't you take her there? Why did you take her there? Silver New Jack says the internet absolutely does have something to do with your image. Some groups of women are destroying themselves on the internet. Yeah, because we take the internet as being the truth. When half that stuff on Facebook are more, it's not even true. But we don't even how many times do you see somebody share a post on Facebook? Like, who is it? You don't even know the person is writing this. Is it even true? Okay, he says, what's some steps we can take? Robert Dame said it. He said, your appearance, you know, the way you smell, the way you talk to people. Be responsible, be respectful. Take some pride in yourself, Alex. That's how you can take some steps to change the image. Don't be over here doing the things that they think you over here doing. Fooling around with 16 and 17-year-old girls over here. Don't do that, Alex, and you can go, it goes a long way in changing the image, but we won't do it. See, there's some guys I won't even, they're part of my YouTube community. I respect them, but I don't want to be seen on camera with them because they creepy to me. You know, they're over here portraying the image that the people think about us. Okay? Yeah, 35%. It's true. We don't read. 57% of Americans never pick up another book once they leave high school, so we get it off Facebook. Ignorant people are ignorant, okay? And that's why a lot of this false information is able to stick around and grow. Imagine, guys, Donald Trump was our president over there. Think about that, okay, for a minute, okay? He said, good game, tie score. Yeah, because what happened was I clicked on the Colorado, it's supposed to be the live for Colorado and Oregon State, but hell, they showing the Alabama game, and I was stuck on that, man. They got a good quarterback. Oh, they won? The game's over? He said, better leave that alone. Yeah. I'm glad I quit drinking, man, years ago. They see it shocks them when they hear that I don't drink. They just want to keep on pushing. You're not just one drink? No, I don't drink. Oh, Korean alcohol. Oh, rice wine. Wow. He said, I have boxes of it. Yeah, we need to do something besides steering them toward the NFL, the NBA, because it's such a short career. The odds of you making it's like hitting the lottery. And then once you're out of there, I mean, they pump you up all these years. You know, I'm looking at it now. This guy, what's the guy, the 7'5" guy? He's starting all over again. You know, now they're pumping him up, and pretty soon, when his career's over, you're not gonna be able to find him. Like, well, where is he? What's he doing? Now, the big thing now is for these ex-athletes to sit around telling war stories, because that's all they can do. That's what they sit around tell war stories. Well, it was like playing against Jordan. Oh, David Stern's not who you think he is, and all that stuff. And we're eating that up, man. But this is all they can do. They can't do anything else. When they were in a position of power where they could actually make a difference and influence some things, they didn't do nothing. They were self-serving. You know, they didn't give nothing back to the community, you know. He says, I remember my first experience in a gun shop back in 2008. I've never been in a space where you can both hear a pin drop and feel so unwelcome. Yeah, see, I'm saying that the minute I apply for a gun, even just think about it, because they're probably listening now, they're coming after me. Okay, it's very few black mass murderers. If they are, we're killing 3 or 4 gang members, or we're shooting up a crack house or something like that, right? We're not going in Walmart and stuff, okay? It doesn't make us better, but I'm saying it's a reason for that. Because they got their foot on our neck, man. Okay? I don't give a damn if you don't even have a police record. Look at the guy that professor was at Yale, where he left his keys in the house and he's trying to get in his own house. The police arrest him or come over there and arrest him for breaking in his own damn house. Yeah, Sharon, he said, Sharon LaPalapa was saving face by admitting she had to eat crow about you. Well, when they make those type of videos, man, I don't know what it is Sharon has against me. I don't have anything against her. She does have to realize I pushed her channel out there. Her boyfriend gave me $50. He said, hey, Cal, her ex-boyfriend or whatever it was, can you help her? I said, yeah, I'll help her. I would have helped her for nothing. He gave it to me. And now all of a sudden, every time I look up, she's got a video about me, saying something about me or something. I'm like, let that go, Sharon, because you're just feeding the trolls, You can't, all this content out here on the Philippines. You don't need me to make content, okay? Especially you're a Filipino. My God. Yeah, Boobies recovered, man, but we're gonna start giving her filtered water again. Well, not filtered water. What's the name, honey? Mineral water to drink, and giving her baths. Distilled water. He said, damn, is the Philippine water that bad? Yeah, I did a video a long time ago about it. You don't want to drink it, but I mean out of the tap. Now the filtered water and stuff like that, there's no problem. We get, what is it, 10 or 12 liters for about 25 pesos. I've never had a problem with that. They got good filtration systems over here. But if you drink that water out of the tap, you brushing your teeth and it accidentally gets down your throat, you may have a problem. Okay? And that's a fact. Now you don't want to. Yeah. See, we got one on the kitchen sink. He said, starting in October, I'm wearing a mask in the Philippines. Many vloggers got the flu and strange bugs. Yeah. Now, you know, the thing about those masks, they don't protect you. They protect the other person. So if you got the flu, then yeah, you wear one, you're protecting us. But if I don't have one on and you got a mask on, it's not going to protect you. You're probably going to still get the flu or whatever it is. Everybody has to have on a mask for it to work for real. But he said call out bad behavior. See, this is another problem with us. We got this penitentiary mentality. We call it snitching. So in my neighborhood in Louisville, Kentucky, there's a lot of murderers walking around because people see stuff and they won't, they won't report it. Yeah, he said Trump 2024. Well, I'm just saying it shows the ignorance. None of them guys are going to help you. But I'm just saying, if you look at Trump and who he was and where he came from, and then all of a sudden he was the president. He couldn't rub two sticks together. He's a loser in everything. And I'm not talking politics. I'm just talking about him. And he became the president of the United States. It shows you the mentality we got over there. Why you think all these people are now? He's encouraged other people to run. The guy from, what's that name of that? The Young Turks. He's mounting a serious presidential, race. I mean, no one's going to take him serious, but, it's giving rise to people like that over there, all because of the image. Yeah, Facebook really gets on my nerves. I mean, the ignorance is so bad that I can't deal with it, man. I just can't deal with it. If I didn't have the Sunshine Shoulders Facebook, I would not be on Facebook. I gave Facebook up years ago. Yeah, now this is a good point. Birds of a feather flock together. We need to watch the company we keep over here. Yeah, because if you think that we've got this glowing, great reputation overseas, especially in the Philippines, you're wrong. I'm telling you right now, it's not true. It's getting better because you got more and more people who are giving back, who are shattering the image, man. We're not sex pets. We're not promoting sex tourism. We're not exploiting people. We respect the people. We respect the culture and all of that. But it's going, it probably is going to take 1,000 years to get rid of that image, man. It just is. That's the Filipina about her image and how long it's probably going to take, if ever, for her to get rid of that image of being a gold digger, of being a scammer. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Oh, the end of the third quarter. Okay. Yeah, he said exactly. He said, I challenge the image daily. I do too. And that's the whole point. And even though it may seem like you're not doing any good, you chipping away at it. It's like rain, what they call about rain falling on the mountain. Eventually it chips that damn mountain away. Yeah, this guy here. You see it all over again because they're looking for the next guy to prop up the NBA. So they all he's this and all he's that, right? Building him up, idolizing this guy, right? And then, when his career's over with, it's like, well, where is he? What did he do, when he had the spotlight? It's a waste to do that. We idolize the wrong people. We support the wrong people. We root for the wrong people. We take up for the wrong people. We take up for people who don't even need us to take up for them. And the people that need us to take up for them, we ignore them. Yeah, he says, well, my opinion about how we change our image is wanting to change it. There's women twerking, guys pants sagging. Yeah, but you're just talking about the very small percentage, Timothy. Talk about, now, this is what you're seeing. What else are you seeing, though? When I see you, I don't see that. I see a guy who has a passion for restoring old cars. If you think you're going to get credit for that, but if you're riding around town in one of them old nice cars you got, oh, you're a drug dealer. Because that's all we talk about is the women twerk. We ain't the only one twerking. Well, sometimes you got to give back more than money, TJ. It's not about money. When these guys are these celebrities, man, they don't even want you near them. You can't even get them to come and talk to, the youth or anything like that. We're talking about the image, though. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about the image of foreigners overseas, whether you're black, white, Asian, or whatever it is. We're talking about, is it our responsibility to act as ambassadors? Or I'm just over here minding my own business. I don't give a damn. Whoever comes after me, let them earn their own stripes. I say, we owe a debt to the people who came before us. And so that means we have an obligation to be on our best behavior for the people coming behind us. You got to make your own bed. You got to lie in it. So I'm going to make it soft, man. I'm going to make it comfortable. I think I've done that in San Carlos City. But black man shows up here now, they don't look at him all crazy. They don't expect him to break out in the, in the break dance and, and rapping and all that. Okay? It's just one thing we can do, because Alex said, well, what can we do to change the image? Know that there's a bad image over here to begin with. Know the image that's been placed on your back to begin with. See, that's the beginning. Knowing that you got a bad stereotype over here. When you step off that plane, you're a pedophile, you're a sex pack. You're coming over here to exploit young women and a vulnerable population. You're not over here to give back. You're not going to make the Philippines a better place having been here. You're going to take. You're not giving anything. This is the reputation we have. This is what you're facing. Okay, so if you want to go and hang out with those guys that do that kind of stuff, then guess what? You're making it worse. That's right. We're only 4% of the population, but we want to control 100% of the narrative. Stuff happens outside of the United States, man. Well, I mean, you've got your um, opinion. But all you got to do, have you said you don't think. Well, I'm sorry, man. You don't get paid to think. Talk to some of these people. Talk to your girl, and if she be honest with you, she'll tell you what Filipinos think about us initially until we prove them wrong. We don't get the benefit of the doubt, Go Shell. I'm sorry to tell you that, but we don't. Yeah, he said we have a bad reputation, yet Filipinos on the dating sites want foreigners. Well, they want us for another reason, okay? And you remember, those are the only ones on the dating sites. Remember, they don't even scratch the surface of the women over here. The women we deal with is they cut from a total different cloth, okay? They're the ones who said, I'm tired, you know. When all else fails and I'm going to date a foreigner, it's not the regular Filipinos over here, man. You'll be shocked. You see these beautiful women over here, man, they won't touch you with a 10-foot pole. But the ones on the dating site, that's why they're on the dating site. They said, okay, I'll take all the chances. Because remember, they get lucky. We get unlucky. They get lucky if they find a good man because they're picking out of that cesspool of a selection on those dating sites. They don't know who they're meeting. But we got a general idea of who we're meeting. We're dating and courting a culture. They have no idea they're dating the world. Indians, Australians, Britons, Americans, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. You don't know what you're getting in that pool. And it's a cesspool, really. Because a lot of them guys that are on there, they have no good intentions at all. He said, when I was a teenager, AC King says, I stayed in school and avoided the street stuff. My pals did. Most of them quit school and accused me of trying to be white because I wanted an education. I lost friends. Yeah, but even that, AC King, they still lumped you in with the worst of your batch. Okay. So even black men with education, with money, they can't escape that image. Look at Barack Obama. He's arguably, now, like I said, we can argue. He's arguably one of the most successful black men with, I'm talking about color, that America's ever produced. He can't escape it. Okay? And remember, it's arguably, so people can argue. But I mean, this guy was pretty damn fantastic before he became president. I'm not talking about his politics or anything like that. I'm just talking about him. Tones says working for the United States. What is that? USG? What's that? For 13 years, I agree. We are ambassadors, whether we know it or not. My motto is to give back to the community where I live, eat, etc. And that's a great point. Yeah, you're an ambassador whether you think so or not. A lot of people in 2023 have never met a foreigner in person. So they're going to get their image or their impression of foreigners based on what they see you doing. We're talking about an image as foreigners over here. So yeah, we have to take pride in ourselves, is what I put down here. They want to take the 5% and paint the 95%. Look what they're doing in Dumaguete. Everybody that talks to me about Dumaguete talks about, I'm not going to Dumaguete, it's bad. I'm like, man, you don't know what you're missing out on. I love Dumaguete. Okay, you got that all wrong. You can't let 2 or 3 or 4 expat vloggers out of about 4,000 or more, give Dumaguete that bad reputation. It's not true. But we have to show another side. okay, of what they've been taught. You know, when I have the meet and greet November 25th in English City, it'll be the first time in 14 years I've been to English City. So that's a perfect example. Okay, it's like everybody I talk to who lives in English City, OG Fred got a place there, Sammy Davis, a couple of guys, they say, Calvin, it's more than Walking Street. But that's the reputation, remember, that English City got. You don't hear about anything else. All you hear about is Walking Street. Okay? That's all you hear about. But I would go to Dumageddon. Hey, TF, he says, aloha from Wahawa. Enjoyed the bodybuilding the other day. I hope to come to one of them down the road. Yeah, I'll put that on here. It was the first ever bodybuilding competition ever held in St. Carlos City, and it turned out great. What's up, Booby? Say hello to everybody. They want to know if you're okay. Booby's okay, everybody. And it really turned out well. You know, Maryland worked tirelessly, and a few more people to put that together, organize that. And then the guy who owns the Palau Hotel, he let us have that venue for free. And it made all the difference in the world. And then the bodybuilders from all around, Escalante, Canlaon, Dumageddon, you know, one of those judges, he was like, one of the hosts, the man, if you look on there, you'll see a man with a microphone. Okay, he's a fitness guru here in the Philippines, I'm saying. He owns several fitness places and different things like that. I mean, they came out and supported it. So now the next one, they won't even need my help or support. You know, it was just my idea. I was just working out one day. And I said, hey, why don't y'all have a competition? Everybody looked at me like I was crazy. But they went, well, we've never done that here. Yeah, well, it's a good time to do it. You got a brand new gym here. What a great way to promote that gym. He says, will Maryland ever compete? I don't know. You know, but of course we couldn't because, you know, it would look like we were cheating or it was fixed. I'm not a bodybuilder anyway. I'm in it for fitness. But it was inspiring. If you were there and you saw those guys and how cut they look, how good they look, if that didn't inspire you to get in better shape, then you're lying. You're dead already because it did. I mean, it looked better in person than it did on that screen. And remember, these guys, a lot of them, man, they're working 10 or 12 hours a day and still doing that with humble resources, man. I mean, they're really dedicated to that. Yeah, Obama's no joke. I'm just saying he can't escape that image. Well, they spray paint themselves to highlight the muscles, okay? Well, it's not all Filipinos that don't like dark skin. And remember, they get that from the colonizers. And black people used to be the same way, okay? They associate white skin with power and influence, okay? Remember, Spanish colonized the place for 350 years, then America for 50 years. Yeah, they've got white supremacy stuff down their throat. Okay, but not all Filipinos feel that way. Okay, first of all, they can't afford it. The ones who can afford it, they look really creepy looking. White people aren't white. Let me remind you of that. But this glutathione and all this whitening cream stuff, it makes you look white. And then the ones who really can't afford the drip and all that, their elbows and their knees, you know, where you can't You can't lighten that part. You know, a lot of times, you know, around here, around their eyes. But I've seen them over here, man, and you know, you be in line and you just turn to the side and you see somebody on that stuff, man. It'll scare you, man. But that's where that's from. But not all Filipinos are like that. You can't escape, man. You know how hot it is over here. The sun is on its job over here. He's funny. Yeah, they skipped the whitening, but you know, like I said, I don't hide because they don't understand. I was telling Maryland, you have to have the sun. You know, they tell you go out there in that sun at least 15 minutes a day. You know, the vitamin D3, you know, the sun, that's the son of God that the old people way back was talking about. The sustainer of your damn life. Why you want to run from something that's keeping you alive? This is the ignorance that goes on in people. I'm all out in that sun. You know, to the point where I'm not going to overdo it, but why would you run from something that's sustaining your life? It's life-giving, life-preserving, life-maintaining. It's the Son of God. That's the only Son of God, okay? All that other stuff is made up, and you get mad at me if you want. But some of them do. Yeah, some of them do. Because, like I said, you know, this is one of the countries over here where white supremacy was shoved down their throat. If you try to get ahead, you have to be white, a light, a damn near white, and it still goes today. They'll put it in the job description, fair skin. Okay, so whenever you go to most of these places, you're going to see the real light-skinned women out front, men, the celebrities. It's the same all over the world, not just in the Philippines. White supremacy, guys. And white people get mad when I talk about that. It has nothing to do with you. It's the system of white supremacy. 93% of the speaking parts in the movie theater are white. I didn't make that up. That's life that we live in today. So deal with it. I know how to deal with it. I don't let it bother me. But I'm not ignorant either. So when you're in a country where it's so competitive that any little advantage, you need any little advantage to get ahead, well, hell, you'd probably be bleaching yourself white too. Black people did the same thing. Okay, look up the lady. What's her name? From Indianapolis, who made all that money selling whitening cream, straightening combs, and all that. Black people used to do the same thing. We still do it today. Now the hair, the weaves and stuff is coming from over here. You know, Filipinos are cutting their hair off, selling it to celebrities and all of that over there. Come on, guys. Y'all know that. You know, because black people are under the impression that they got bad hair. There's no such thing as bad hair. But we've been convinced that we've got bad hair. So we want long, flowing hair. Like the white people. Okay? Like the master. I'm just saying. Yeah, Madam C.J. Walker. But we want to act like we can. See, y'all act like history don't matter, man. History matters. History matters, guys. It really matters. Yeah, nappy hair. There's no such thing as nappy hair. And big lips. Now they filling their lips up today with all that stuff to make them look full. All that old pencil thin lips and all that stuff, right? See, so that's the image that we growing up that we had to deal with. That we're ugly. But we're shattering that image. You know, James Brown said, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. You know, he said, I'm white, but I can't grow my hair long. It just becomes an afro. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. You know, so, but everybody acts like, oh, the Filipinos are the only one that do that. The same people that colonized them colonized us, basically, worse than colonized us. And we get the same type of mentality that the white man's ice is colder and his sugar sweeter. It's not. Okay? I'm sorry, guys. So this is an image that we fight against when we come to the Philippines and different places, where Americans come to. Because Americans, we got a bad attitude. We complain all the time. We're spoiled. We're entitled. So when you come over here and you act like you got some sense, we act with some, practice some humility. It goes a long way. People are shocked, really. They really are shocked. No, they're not obsessed with that because they can't afford it, man. They can't afford it. Where in some parts of Africa, they've outlawed it. They said, look, put a representation of the real people up on those billboards. I can't remember what country it was. Yeah, they took that down. But anyway, go to India, okay? Where there's 1 billion black people over there, but all they billboards is white Indians and all that. They do it all over the world. Go to Mexico. Go to Brazil. Come on, man. It's called white supremacy. That white is better than everybody else. It's been preached for a long, long time, beat into your head, but it's not true. It's one of the biggest lies that's ever existed. Okay? A lot of women are dying and stuff, behind that old stuff, man, because they think we're not good enough. Look at Kanye West's mother. Now here he is, man. He's damn near a billionaire when his mother died. But she still thinks she ain't good enough. She got to get a boob job. She got to get this. She got to get that. And it was too much for her. She ended up dying. I'm just the way I am, man. Love me or hate me, this is who I am. Yeah, he had a process. See, but I'm just saying, that's the whole point. Now imagine today, and here it is in 2023, and y'all think this is funny because I said it before. Imagine if I had to wear a white man, a wig, like a white man's hair to look handsome. Wouldn't that look retarded if I put a wig designed like John's hair on my head to look handsome? In order for me to look handsome, I think I look handsome. Well, that's what our women are doing. Imagine if I asked Michael Beecher, like, hey, man, let me borrow your scalp for a couple of days so I can go out here and look good. What's up, Lonnie? Yeah, it's all like that, but it's all an image. See, and that's what we're fighting against. You just got to be yourself, okay? But people are under the delusion. Yeah, they treat us like celebrities over here, for a whole different reason. Number one, we're rare. They don't, y'all think that because 8 million people came to the Philippines in 2019, that's a lot of people. It's not. It's not. They didn't just all land at the same time. We're talking about for the whole year, so it works out to about what? 700 and let's say 700,000 people a month. And imagine how spread out the Philippines is with all the people already here. It's not even a drop in the bucket. Okay, and you are rich, in comparison to them. So, you're rare and you're rich like a celebrity. Yeah, look at Sammy Sosa, since you bring up the Dominican, TJ. When the last time y'all seen Sammy Sosa? Now, how ridiculous could somebody, how messed up in your mind must you be to do what he did? Here's a guy who's a multi-millionaire, man. You got enough money, you'll never go broke. People love you for who you are, but you don't love yourself. So you go out there with that glutathione and change completely white. How stupid is that? He looks retarded, by the way. He looks like a white um, Al Capone. That's who he looks like right now. He don't look like Sammy Sosa. He looks like Al Capone. That's who he looks like. Hey, confident voice speaks. Said that would be funny seeing you wearing a John wig. I think that would go viral. Yeah, but that's the whole point, though. If you think about it, because that's what black women do. They put this hair in here to look like, the Europeans. That's the only way they think they're gonna look nice. So what if I went out and bought a wig, a white man, a white man's hair, and put it on my head? What if we started doing that? We used to do it though. Like he said, the process, the perms. This is back in the 80s. The proms, and I mean, they didn't stop until the 80s, guys. We was doing that foolishness. He said, yeah, that's funny. He said, you need to check out the movie Watermelon Man. I did. I watched that movie when I was little. Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, but it used to be. And we still look at light-skinned people. There was always a light skin versus a brown skin, a black in there. We should say, oh, light-skinned guys are weak, right? They're soft. They're still out there to this day. They think they're better than the black skinned guys. They're still there to this day. Yeah, Sammy Sosa's bad, man. I don't know what happened to him. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke. Yeah, he looks like Al Capone with them old funny looking suits he had made over in the Dominican Republic, them old hats. Man, you could have. I don't know what the world's wrong with him, man. Yeah, now the reason they're white is because they're taking glutathione. They're taking a drip. They taking it straight to the vein. Okay, go on Showtime. It's Showtime. I've watched this show since I've been coming over in 2009. I've seen them get lighter and lighter and lighter and whiter and whiter and whiter. Now it's like, okay, here's how you'll know somebody's on that stuff. If you're this part of their hand and this part of their skin is the same color, that's when you'll know that somebody's on that glutathione. I had to teach Merlin that because the last time, where were we? Cagayan de Oro. We were at that fancy resort, and the lady working she just looked ridiculous. And I'm like, lady, you're already beautiful. Why in the world would you, all her hands just was one color. That's how you'll know this is the same color as this. Not realizing the side effects of that stuff when they get older. And then they're going to start looking funny too. They're going to have patches and stuff all over their face. Okay. Yeah, Sammy Sosa, yeah. You ain't believe it, man. I thought it was a joke. I said, it's not Sammy Sosa. But it was. He done went and turned himself white. I'm like, man, what kind of drugs is he on? Man, you crazy. I mean, he looked a whole lot better as a black man than he does as a damn white man. I don't know what the hell his problem is. And that old phony, because, remember, okay, go back and look at Sammy Sosa. He already had a decent grade of hair, right? But now he's got this old, it just looks ridiculous, man. That's the worst I've ever seen. I don't know. He's going to die. He's going to die, man. Because you can't go from one extreme like that to the next. Yeah, he looks like he plays the dad. Yeah, man, he looks bad, man. He said, leave Lil' Kim out of this. Yeah, that old Jerry curls. But all of that, man, is because, we were convinced that we had bad hair. Imagine you got bad hair. No such thing as bad hair. He said, we're Filipino hair. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would look retarded, wouldn't it? I'm pimping around here thinking I'm looking like something. But that's what we used to do. My brother, may rest in peace, man. He was sharp dresser, but he had he died in 82. We went to the jazz festival right before he died in 1980. And hell, he had a perm in his head. Yeah. I mean, if you look at a Filipino skin, they really got, I mean, you can't get any better than that, really. It's like, why would you want to change that? I mean, but they're so religious over here. It's like, well, you mean you're not satisfied with the way your God created you, that you don't, that you got to, take matters into your own hands? Like, really? God said, well, here, I'm going to give you this right here. Oh, it's not good enough, God. I got to be white. Yeah, he really he looks unnatural. Anybody that's on that glutathione looks unnatural. It would be like seeing a black Chinese, is what I'm trying to tell you. I've used this before. I mean, you know how Chinese look, and just turn them all the way black. That's what a white Filipino looks like over here. It's unnatural, man. Yeah, look, Kim's in bad shape, man. Yeah, Cooley. That's funny, TJ. Yeah, Sammy Sosa, man. He said, I'm not an idolizer of sports, so I never realized. I just looked at him. Oh my God. Yeah, man. It's a shame, but when you bring up white supremacy, people get mad at you. White people think you're picking on them. I'm not. You're a victim of white supremacy yourself. But it's like you're not good enough. A lot of these people, man, look, Kim was a very attractive woman. I don't know who got in her head. I mean, she looks horrible now. You see her body, man? Yeah. He said Michael Jackson wasn't much better. Yeah, they try to say he had that disease, which if you look at Michael Jackson, go back and look at that Thriller. I don't know if he ever looked any better than he did on that Thriller album cover, or even Off the Wall. He was just a handsome black man. Then all of a sudden, when he died, man, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, brainwashing, and yeah, he really shocked me. But you got to realize he's over there in the Dominican Republic, so they're a lot like the Philippines too, right? That's about as far as I believe. That's about as far as Christopher Columbus made it. His minions came over to North America. Christopher Columbus he didn't discover America. That's the lie. He never even stepped foot. He never even glimpsed North America. Guys, put that in your pipe and smoke it. You don't believe me. But we celebrate that every year over and over as he discovered America. He didn't. He never stepped foot in North America. He never even saw it. But this is the lie that you tell over and over and over, it becomes the truth. So if you tell, Filipinos that their brown skin isn't beautiful, the black people that your black skin isn't beautiful, over and over years, then you put a white Jesus out there with long hair and all of that, man. It messes people up, man. And you got to fight against that for the rest of your life. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, he looks like Al Capone to me. He looks like one. Now I'll tell you who else he looks like. Remember Albert and Costello? Which one was the little chubby one? Now go back and look at Sammy Sosa now. That's who he looks like. Yeah, this is true. You know, we're who we are, guys. You know, that's all you can be, and that's enough, really. But you can't convince people of that. Yeah, you gotta love yourself first, and that's easy to say. That's right. Well, you know, the thing is, we run from the sun. People run from the sun. It life. It's a life giver. Without the sun, nothing's growing here. It's the life preserver. It keeps you alive, man. It maintains your good health. But people hide over here from it. I was telling Marilyn that she goes out in it and, you know, covers herself all up and stuff. I'm like, you need the sun's rays at least a certain amount of time every day. He said he had a Jerry curl. Yeah, so I'm saying, look, Kim, man, was very attractive. I don't know what happened to her, man. He said, I done spread the eagle. Yeah, she's bad looking right now. I mean, it's really, he said, I'm trying to figure out how to introduce Big Shirley into this conversation. Well, hell, there's Big Sally's now because of the guy from Martin from Britain. He said he went home and got a reality check. He was in uh, Thailand living it up. And they banned him from Thailand for 5 years. And boy, he got a cold slap in the face. He got on Tinder and Bumble over there in Britain. And hell, that's all he had was big salaries. Yeah, he said, yeah. If God can't satisfy him, you definitely can't satisfy him. Yeah, they got beautiful skin. It's like, why would you want to change that? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen Serena Williams. Has she gotten like that, man? A big old black woman. Now she gonna look. What she gonna be? The woman version of Sammy Sosa? And we can all laugh at her, I guess. He was worse than Michael Jackson because Michael Jackson still wore makeup and everything like that, and you know, Michael Jackson wore wigs and stuff too. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what happened. Well, they are. They are. If you come over here, man, you know, see, I'm darker now than I normally am. If I was in America, I'd start lightening up because of the winter. But I'm always out here in the sun. But there's Filipinos over here who's darker than me. Why wouldn't you be dark over here with all this sun? Especially the ones who work outside, like the tricycle drivers, the uh, traffic enforcers. They just look like black people, really. Because we're not black, we're brown. Yeah, he said that's like saying a white dude discovered Africa. Yeah, the truth will set you free. And that's what I'm saying. You know, if we show people how we really are over here, eventually it's going to set them free. We're not over here to take advantage of anybody. Just like the guy said earlier, to be honest with you, a lot of us are being taken advantage of. We don't understand the language. We don't know a whole lot about what's going on over here. If you can't understand the language, man, I mean, imagine how vulnerable you are to somebody, if to a situation. If you don't know what they're saying about you, they're smiling, but they're saying, "Yeah, you know, I'm gonna take everything he's got and dump his ass off in front of immigration. Just give me a couple of months. We'll be partying like it's 1999." And you're sitting there, you don't understand not one word they're saying. You're playing right into their hand. He said he never chopped down a cherry tree. Yeah, Lean could never. Honest Abe, they called him. They said he walked a mile to return a penny and all that old stuff, right? Yeah, they made Jesus look like he came from Sweden. Well, you know, all that stuff's made up, man. Y'all can get mad at me all you want. Well, believe it or not, a lot of remember Elliot Makata, I'm sorry, is on here, and she's Puerto Rican, but her birth certificate says she's white, so he don't even have to change it. Yeah, that's all people want now. Everybody wants to look better. Go on TikTok and all these places and look at these transformations. It's unfair that women can do that. It's unfair. You don't know who you're meeting out there. So that's one of the reasons I love Filipino women. They're so natural, you know. But now they're starting to wear fake eyelashes, okay, fake nails. And I'm like, stop. Y'all don't have to do that. That's the reason why we're flocking over here. Y'all gonna push us back over there. If you keep on with all this stuff, you're okay already. Because see, they don't have a lot of hair. Marilyn doesn't have hair on the arms. She has very little hair here. But now they're wearing fake eyelashes. They're doing all this stuff that the women are doing over there. Yeah, of course, they call that white supremacy. Okay. Your body needs the sun. That's right. To get vitamin D. Yeah, Big Sally. That's what they are now. That's what Big Sally, that's what they are over there. He got a big dose of reality, see, because he said, Cal, you know, when I went home, he said, he said when he was in Thailand, he get on Tinder and Bumble. He said, man, I'll be overwhelmed. He said he got 3 or 4 when he got home, and they were all big women. He said they were nice, but they were big and in their 50s. And I said, yeah, you back in Britain. It'd be the same thing if I got banned from the Philippines and had to go home. I'd be the same way if I got on Tinder and Bumble and all them other things, right? I would see the same results. I would cry, man. I don't know if I could take it, man. After dealing with what I've been dealing with for the last 14, almost 15 years, and to have to go back to that, I couldn't do it, man. I'd have to go somewhere else. The dating scene in America is probably the worst for somebody like me on the planet. You know, I don't have to accept that. I'm sorry. Yeah, she's doing good, man. I had a wave at everybody. I don't know. A guy messaged me, said, Cal, she might have got some of that water from the shower in her mouth. And I'm thinking he may be right. He says, yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why. That's why Abraham Lincoln's on the penny, believe it or not. Because of that story, he walked a mile to return a penny. Y'all know I'm not playing. That's the type of history we learning in our schools, guys. Honest Abe, they called him. Yeah, Geechee came over and volunteered. I have to tip my hat to him for that. He set the example. Now, I think there was, according to the video I watched, it was 2 black people there. One black woman from Jamaica and Geechee Land that volunteered to help rebuild that school in Tacloban. Yeah, he says, what time of travel says, I'm glad I understand enough Tagalog to know when they're talking about me, but they can change their dialect in a second. Man, as fast as those people be talking, they can't, you can't understand that. That's why they can't understand us. Yeah, Danny, you're right. But it's the same way in America. It's the same way around the world. That's what y'all don't understand. He said they use skin color in the Philippines as a socio-economic indicator. He said light skin represent high society, whereas the dark skin represents your laborers, field workers. I love my dark skin Philippines. Yeah, but it's like that all over the world. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's not just the Philippines. Go to India. Go to Africa, of all places. That's a continent. And those countries over there, they deal with the same stuff. South Africa at one time was what, 10% white, controlling 90% black. I mean, it's white supremacy is what it is. It's like white is better. It's a lie, man. It's not the truth. Okay? That's junk science. There's no proof of that. You can't come up with any scientific proof that your skin color has anything to do with your intelligence and all of that, right? But they do it the same way. But see, here's what he said. Um, he says, I never see a black guy with a dark Filipino. It's because they get to us first, man. You remember we're celebrities over here, but there's some beautiful black Filipinos over here. Look at the guy, okay, what's his name? Uh, Too much time on my hands, 65. His name is Kevin from Texas. He's got a channel. He's got his Filipinos have gone. Her father's from Ghana, I believe. Yeah, Ghana. The mother's Filipino, but she just looks like a black woman until she starts talking and everything like that. But it's many of them over here. But you know, black men, they just get to us so quick. We don't even have a chance to look around for them. They own you. Boom. Hey, thank you, Lonnie. He said, Calvin, the bodybuilding contest turned out great. Keep it going, brother. Well, I'm going to hand it over to them now. You know, everybody was afraid. They thought, oh, it would never work, right? That's probably why they never had one before. I just threw the idea out there. Now that they saw that, yeah, we can do this. I mean, it turned out you couldn't have asked for a better turnout. The crowd, the athletes. I mean, they had legitimate judges up there on that panel. Those were real bodybuilding judges. It wasn't no joke, man. You know, once that train started moving, it picked up speed in a hurry. And you saw that venue where we had it. It all came together, man. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have another one. But it did turn out well. He said China's the same. Whiter the better. Been here 5 years and they prefer white over everything. Well, it takes a lot, you know, to reverse 1,000 years of programming, man. You know, y'all think that those people, man, Christopher Columbus actually lived. He was alive in 1492. So imagine how long ago that was. You know, so then, you know, the people before him, yeah, he said it was a great contest. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I did too, man. I was full of pride because I didn't know. I was nervous, man. I didn't know how it was going to work out. But a lot of people, they had a lot of other sponsors too. I was just like the major sponsor for the prize money. And I think once they, um, once that was confirmed, everything else fell into place. But they had other sponsors, and you know, like I said, Merlin, she just took took it over, man. Got the trophies. She was here working. She did all the scorecards, all the, did you see the numbers of the contestants? Maryland did all that. She did it all. Really, she had some help, because you can't do it by yourself. But, I was thinking to myself, why are you doing every damn thing? I've already put up the money, but it wasn't enough. If it wasn't for her and a couple of more people, man, it would not have turned out the way it did. But like I said, once that train started rolling and people who were kind of skeptical at first, when they saw, yeah, this is going to work, they start getting on board. It's one of them things. How people do. They hide in the shadows. They see you trying something for the first time, and they trying to see, should I come out of the shadows and help him, or should I stay back here just in case it don't work out? Hey, I love to travel. He said, love to travel. Thanks for that super chat. He said, here in Cambodia, it's the same with lighter skin. I'm a black man. My Cambodia wife and family are darker than me. Yeah, it's like that all over the world. Wherever, Christianity and wherever the European raised his flag, man, it's just how it is, guys. And it's the same way today. And there's nothing changed, But it's something I've been fighting against probably ever since I was 10 years old. Come on, man. What are you talking about? He said, why the black men there have unattractive Filipinos? You think Maryland's unattractive? But yeah, everything here, um, everything was here for them to put it on. They just never thought about doing it. They were afraid to do it. And I just came up with, I said, hell, I'll sponsor it. Let's get it done. And now I think it's going to keep going. I think they may have a couple of a year probably. If at least once a year, I'm sure. Because did you see how proud those guys were? See, a lot of people didn't compete because they were afraid, I can't win. Those girls, they were there because they were proud of the hard work they've been putting in. It's like, okay, I'm going to show people the hard work I've been putting in. I'm proud to look like this after 6 months, a year, 2 years, or whatever it is. But those guys on that stage, man, go back and look at that video. Man, they're proud, man, of the way they look and that they work, and they're happy that people can appreciate their hard work. Because there was a lot of clapping, people, those guys were really looking good. There was no, what's the guy's name? What they used to call me when I was there's no Ronnie Coleman's. But those guys were built, man. Those guys were cut. And you got to understand, man, they're working with limited resources, limited time. Because, they still got to take care of their families and work and all that stuff and then go to the gym. Every gym is not like that Vipers gym. You just saw the old Vipers gym. That was like something out of, the 1800s. But he had a vision. Now, Maryland's putting on that sunscreen. Otherwise, they're going to burn. She'll get burnt out there because this sun here will burn you. You can't stay out there for too long. You need at least 130 over here if you're going to be out in the sun. And see, she's on that motorcycle. He said the brothers you see probably don't agree with you. Yeah, but I don't think he's really seeing nobody over here. I can even tell, look at TJ's girl. You don't think she's attractive? I think you're mistaken. He said, do something special for Maryland. Hell, I built a house. Is that special enough? He said, you got a great woman. I know, but I'm just saying, isn't that good enough? What do you want me to do? Build a statue tour? I'll build a statue out front. Would that do? I'm just saying. Because our brother could do it now. My brother can build it. Yeah, it'll burn you here. I mean, it really will burn you. I mean, that walk I had, man, look, right here, here, and on the top of my head. Yeah. It burnt. I mean, it burned. That's what you see normally. What are you here right now? Where are you? Because, people look different from a distance. I mean, but, it's all about personal preference, man. And it's more to the Philippines than women, guys. A woman won't keep me here, man. I'm telling you, won't keep me here. Go back and look at my video. I live like a king over here. And some guy says, oh, you need to pick up your finger. Because I said, I don't pick up a finger. I don't do a damn thing. I worked for 40 years. I ain't doing a damn thing, right? Oh, you need to show her Maryland's daughters that a man will work. I said, this is their culture, man. I can't change their culture. Okay? I'm sorry, I can't change it. Speak for yourself. If you want to come over here, see, these are guys, I'm telling you, remember I made the video, the feminists are really men, guys. They're breaking everything down, destroying everything for us over here. It's not the women, it's the men like him. Oh, you should show, I said, these women, these children have seen enough men work. And they see people work on a daily basis. Don't you see that I hired their uncle to do all the work? What you think he's doing? Spray painting the shit? He's doing it with his hand. He said how prevalent steroids. They're very prevalent. But that's why we had a natural division too. They're very prevalent. They'll do it right out in the open. You wouldn't do that. I mean, how many times have me and Marilyn went to the gym in Sikihor and they're shooting up right in front of you? I've seen it right at the Viper. Well, guys are getting ready for the competition and the girl will come in there and stick him. It's like nothing. I don't pay attention to it. I just keep on, looking at my phone or drinking my coffee. None of my business, but it's, we're in a different world over here, But they know, and that's why they have different categories. We had a different category. We had a natural category. The guys with the swim shorts on, those were natural. Everybody else was open. So it meant, you could be juicing. But it's expensive. You better be able to afford it. See, I've helped a couple of guys over here who belong to Viper's Gym when they're preparing for a contest. I give them the money for, they supplements and stuff. One time, like 1,600 pesos, I'll sponsor them that. That might get them. How much is that for? 1 week or 1 day?
Yeah.
What?
They inject yourself that for 1 hour.
How many
2
days?
times a week.
So yeah, 2 times a week. So that's 1,600 until they get ready, man. And you can see the transformation. But remember, you got to have diet with that too. I mean, they dry all the way out, man. You can see every muscle. And then once the contest is over, literally the next day, they're back to normal, right? It's crazy, man, the way that stuff works. But they'll get ready. They'll stop eating sugar and everything, man. It's mostly carbs, and they're drinking very little water. And I mean, you can see every vein. I mean, they're tight. And then as soon as the contest is over, they come back to the gym. It's like somebody blew up a balloon or something, and they're back to normal. He said, I think a statue would be nice if you really love her. Yeah, well, this house is a statue. He said, yeah, a statue. Yeah. We're going to do something. Like I said, when we go to Angeles City, we're going to leave a couple of days early. We want to go to Puerto Galera. We've never been there before. So we're going to cut out a week and go there and the meet and greet. in Angleton City. But, you know, I don't know if you can take better care of a woman than I've taken care of Marilyn Essa over the last 4.5 years. I mean, really. I mean, that's one thing that we do. This is how we shatter that image, you know. Any woman I've ever dealt with over here, I've never mistreated anybody over here. Because I'm going to tell you, 100 out of 100 of the women I dealt with, you know, the first thing their friends ask them, is he mean? Because they think black men are mean. This is what they see on TV and the videos and stuff, right? That we're mean. Oh, I remember when I was down in a little place, I was still with my wife, and we were right outside Dumaguete, Zambongita. You know, they're talking their language. I can't understand what they're saying. So at the end, I'm like, what are they saying? They said, do I mistreat you? Do I take good care of you? But that's every woman I've ever dealt with over here, because they never met a black man before in real life. It's only their image that they're working with. So they think we're mean. They think we're strict. Oh, does he beat you? No, I don't beat him. And then after that, they all want a black man. Okay? You got any friends? You know, it just makes it easy. If I'm the ambassador over here, that's why when I tell you guys that they say, oh, the Philippines is like black men, what's it like to be black in the Philippines? Those are ridiculous videos. You don't need those anymore. There's enough people like me who walk the walk over here that you can throw that out the window, man. I'm talking about thousands of black men who come in over here and stepped up to the plate and shattered that reputation, right? That we don't need videos like that anymore. You know, but people do that. I know why they do it, because for views. And they do it because people are insecure out there. But I'm here to tell you right now, you don't have to worry about that, because I'm an ambassador over here. I'm an ambassador over here, man, for not just black men, but for men, period, American men, foreigners. Because they all come into my house, and I take them over here to Malwani. See, y'all think I'm playing when I say this channel is directly and indirectly responsible for about $100 million to this economy over I'm gonna say the last 2 years. My first year, I really didn't do a whole lot because it was shut down. Since the Philippines been open, February of 2022 to now, and you think, oh, he's bullshit. No. I'm telling you, airline tickets, hotel accommodations, restaurants, houses being built. Okay, money y'all sending over here to these women. Okay, and they know it. See, they know it. That's why the congressman, he's watching, he's paying attention. Because if I wasn't doing that, okay, just see how he said, bye Felicia, be bye Felicia. I mean, it's one of the most powerful men probably in the Philippines. If he didn't like what I was doing, trust me, I wouldn't be still here. But I've already, you know, laid a roadmap, not just me, but, you know, others too. So them type of videos aren't, you know, even warranted, man. Yeah, rules of 4. No, but these feminists, it's right. I mean, here's a guy gets on that video and says, oh, you need to pick up a finger, guys. Y'all need to show these kids over there, Maryland's kids, that a man does work and this and that. He's going on and on alone. I didn't even erase it. I'm like, man, self-righteousness is not the answer either. I said, you live your way you want to live over here. I'm going to live the way I live. I'm not lifting a damn something. If it's heavier than a fork, then I'm going to pay somebody to do it. I'm sorry. If it's heavier than a fork, then I'm paying somebody to do it. Okay? I'm not doing nothing else. You know, everything's done for me over here. Okay? But I pay for it. Everything's done. I don't do anything here.
Your lunch is bangus.
Is it? Did I refry it? Not yet. Okay. Well, go ahead.
Start fry.
Yeah, go ahead and fry. Yeah, so, okay, if rules are 5, then, you know, like I said, guys, don't be attacking people on here, man. Come on. He says, nice statue. It's crazy. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. These are the ones who give me problems. Yeah, I was doing a lot of things. You know, I'm not a saint, though, but I'm saying I was raised to have compassion for people. I come home from school and be a whole family staying with us. My mother didn't have any extra money, anything like that. That's just who she was. I watched that for years upon years upon years. He said a statue. Yeah, she can't live in a statue. That's what I'm saying. I've already built a monument. You know, you guys, y'all look at it from far. That's why I was talking to my buddy AB. I said, man, you don't realize we'll look when I say I built this house for $1,000,000 pesos, Americans will start that calculator going off, which that's only 17,000. That's $1,000,000 over here. She would have never, ever dreamed of having a $1,000,000 peso house. Okay. And then a guest house and everything else, a whole compound. It's hers. You know, I could do it again. I'm just saying, I'd have to save up my money, but I could do it again. But the point is, I've already given her enough. I've changed her life forever. She would have to go crazy to ever be struggling again. See, she'd have to be. Yeah, we travel, man. We travel all the time. Yeah. I paved the way, man. But other people paved it for me. Yeah. See, uh, W secret to success. Cal, where's my money? What money? Is this the real W secret to success? All that money you got. See, let's watch this one right here. So what happened? Did Oregon did Colorado win or something? Because that'd be the only reason you showing up on here. He's a big Deion Sanders fan. But I want to make sure this is the real W secret to success. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, 4 more days to my flight. Yeah, 1,000,000 pesos. 1,000,000. But I compound probably now is worth anywhere from 2.5 to 3 million. I mean, that's like you having $3 million over there. You know, at 60 years old, if I had $3 million, I could live the rest of my life anywhere with 3 million. At 60 years old, especially if I had 3 million pesos here. It's been men over here who squandered all their money. One guy had 12 million. He was 63. And now all these guys are Social Security. What he's bought, the girls made it clear. This is mine, it's not yours. See, I wouldn't get in that situation, you know, because I'm saying to him, dude, at your age, you could have lived the rest of your life over here. I mean, as a baller, you wouldn't have wanted for nothing. He said, even some haters bought their asses over here because of the channel. Yeah. Yeah, they'll talk shit on you. One asked my Filipino where her dog was multiple times. Her dog meaning me. Don't think for a second that some are not racist. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Imagine, okay, to me, language is like the ninth wonder of the world. So you put yourself in a situation where you come over here, but we can't understand the language. We don't know what people are saying, man. You had a very great disadvantage. But we think we're so arrogant, you think you can overcome that obstacle. You can't overcome that obstacle. You better learn how to work with that. That's why when I said on that video, I live like a king, you better surround yourself with good people over here who can break that code for you. Okay, because you can't overcome that obstacle. It's too big of an obstacle to overcome that language barrier. You can't do it. Filipinos, yeah, they can speak English, but they don't speak English over here, man. They're in their own country. That's an insult, really. Do you speak Spanish at home? It would be an insult, man. The reason they speak English, if you don't think history matters, go back and you'll realize why Philippines is one of the only English speaking Asian countries over here, because they had to. It was the law. You didn't have no choice. So, one way to stick a needle back in the West's eyes, and look, yeah, we know how to speak it, but we're going to speak our own language. So you come over here, you don't know what the people saying. You can't. It's a big obstacle to overcome. But you guys think y'all can do it. Y'all don't think we need each other. Yeah, we need each other. You need good people around you who can break that code. Because if not, Jeffrey Taylor said, Calvin said he's not doing a damn thing. I'm not, man. I'm 60. Man, imagine, you know how long. You still working, Jeffrey. But I worked, man. I'm talking about I worked for 16 consecutive years. I was on the front line out there in the cold weather in the winter. Like right now, it's getting cold in Louisville, Kentucky. And I can't wear a big overcoat and all that because I'm dealing with senior citizens and, they crank that heat all the way up. So I'm on the porch, I'm ringing the doorbell. It's in sub-degree weather. I'm like, I'm done, man. When I came over here, this is one of the main reasons I'm in the Philippines. So I don't have to work. I'm not lifting a finger over here. If it's more than, if it weighs more than a fork, I'm paying somebody to do it. Yeah, I went over to retire, but he's over here in the comment. I show the women that a man, blah, blah, this. I mean, that's like, look, dude, you don't even know my place over here. I know I occupy my rightful place in the order of things over here. Okay? There's a reason I don't do anything. Yeah, I've been washing dish in 5 years. But remember, there's order over here. I pay for everything. I make sure everything's taken care of. So guess what? I don't have to wash clothes. I don't have to. If I drop if I drop a crumb on the ground before I can bend over and get it up, they've already swept it up. If I walked in there now to try to even wash a dish, man, her mother would have a fit. But he's trying to break culture. He's trying to destroy everything because he wants to be this self-righteous man. Keep that shit over in America. Oh, man. Those aren't regular Filipinos, guys, okay? He said, can you please remind these guys not to fall in love with women that are famous on YouTube? I keep telling them, Calvin warned us. Oh, yeah. They're not normal. They're not regular Filipinos, man. They cracked the code, and it's all about money, and, you're going to have a problem. Okay? One of my women subscribers, she says, then I watched the video about Filipino P talking about oral sex, and I said, no. Because she asked me, she said, hey, the Filipino P said the women over here don't like oral sex or whatever it was, right? I'm saying because she knows that she's not going to tell the truth. She could not stand on that. She could not stand in front of that camera and tell the truth about that. They'll tear her from asshole to appetite. She can't, and I just told the lady, I said, look, I don't want to be so frank to you. I said, but they'll do anything for you to escape their situation. They're not afraid of that. Okay. And she said something about the video because I don't watch that. I don't watch any of them women. It's all scripted. They're not talking about anything that's going to help me over here. They're always going to err on the side of the advantage of those women. But she knows she's not telling the truth. You know, they'll eat you alive over here. But those aren't the normal women. They forget where they came from real quick when you start sending them that money. Not realizing before that, yeah, they were on them dating sites. They were doing all the things other women do. But they think that I invented that. Oh, he's putting women down. No, I'm not. I didn't create these circumstances. This game's been played a long time before I was even born. Just because I talk about it doesn't mean that it's going to stop or it's not happening. Well, if you got a problem with that, then, I've got a daughter over here too. And remember, if you get the right people around you, you don't have to worry about stuff. I'm not going to lose any sleep at night. The fact that this house and lot and the guest house and everything is not in my name. I don't lose one sleep at night. I don't lose 1 minute of sleep at night. Because I got a good woman. If we didn't break up, man, Marilyn would probably, the only reason she won't sell this house because of Booby. If Booby wasn't here, if me and Marilyn broke up, Marilyn would sell this house and give me half because that's how much pride she's got, But I don't care anything about that. I don't lose 1 minute of sleep on that because if I did, I never would have did it. I'm just trying to show guys that you don't have to break the bank to do it. That if I would have spent half the money to build a house for Marilyn, she would have appreciated it. You guys are bringing your Western thinking over here. You're the one, it's your ego that's building these big ass houses that these women can't maintain. They would be happy with that. You see what Marilyn said I wanted? She said, I want a room and a CR. That's what's her dream. It wasn't this. That guest house, she'd have been satisfied with that guest house for her and her kids. Okay? But we the ones destroy everything over here. Well, see, we saw a piece of land, man. We just don't have the money right now. We're just getting our money together. There was a plot of land right in San Juan, right on the road, guys. I'm pretty sure somebody's already bought it. It was only 80 square meters, but it was 150,000 pesos. Right there on Siquijor Island in the, I know it's gone. But imagine that. It's not even $3,000. I mean, you're right in the tourist area. I mean, the minute you buy that, it doubles in price. Or maybe even triples in price. Okay? And then if you put a piece of property on it, see, that's why I'm getting ready to get Marilyn involved in. See, we're going to start doing stuff like that. Okay? We're starting with that lot that we've got over in Toledo. See, real estate's the only thing I would do over here. I wouldn't do anything else. And it's all going to be in her name. She's going to be the one because I can trust her. We're thinking about raffling off that lot over there. Who wouldn't pay $25 to have a chance to win a lot free and clear like that? You would do it. Yeah, compassion. But you have to understand, is it well-deserved passion, though? Does she deserve the compassion? She's just waiting back. Does she have 4 or 5 other men sending money? Now it's not compassion. Now it's a game. See, you have the compassion when you get over here and you see that it is what it is. See, when I got over here and saw Marilyn it was what it was. She was living with her mother. She didn't have nothing. Yeah, okay, yeah, cast me. So what are you talking about? Did Dion win? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, 1 million. It's a little bit less than that, but still, I'm just saying that's a million pesos over here. It's not 18,000. Maryland's probably never earned. She probably hasn't earned. Maryland's 41. She's probably been working since she was 20. Let's say when she graduated from college at 20. She hasn't earned a million pesos. Okay, and then to have a house, a lot, a guest house, the whole 9 yards, it would be like me giving you $1 million. TJ Johnson said, the way I think about it is for every dude you tell us about who threw away a six-figure sum in the pursuit of some booty, there's 4 dudes that would die before they ever admit that shit to anybody. Yeah. See, you real about it. See, that's what I'm saying. It's what we don't know, really. These guys who come forward with their stories, they don't know how many people they help. Because it's a lot. I would say it's more than 4, TJ. Look at the guy who just lost his fortune, ended up in the hospital in Lapu Lapu. He didn't even want anybody to know it had happened to him. They covered his face and everything, It was so bad for him. He had a damn stroke and ended up in the hospital. He fainted. He did something when he got over here and figured out the woman had duped him. But yeah, I would say it's more than that, But what people don't understand is when I tell them this stuff, it's because I've done it. You don't think that, okay, how many millions you think I've spent? Since just me and Marilyn was together, let alone my wife, I was together for 10 years. I spent millions over here, man. I'm just telling you, but I think it's well spent, because I've got a daughter, I'm living in the house. I didn't just build the house and give it to the woman because I know if I'm not here, Marilyn can't maintain this. It's going to crumble. Okay. So I'm trying to set it up. Like I was telling AB yesterday, if I get Marilyn into this real estate, because Marilyn's smart and show her how to do it. Look, we find these small lots like we did over there for little or nothing, put a house on there and sell it. Because to us, who wouldn't want to buy a house like, okay, say double the guest house for $1 million pesos and you got the lot too. Okay. You don't have to worry about a condominium. Who wouldn't want to do that? You would have and what we'll do, because a lot of you guys don't understand that we can lease you that land for 50 years. So you can sleep at night. So the house is yours. You've leased the lot for 50 years. What are you worrying about? Now you can go back and forth. You'll have a vacation home in the Philippines. It's a whole lot better than that damn condominium option. A whole lot less. You can't buy a condominium here for $1 million. I guarantee you that. It's funny. Yeah, have you met her in person? Yeah, when you start sending money over here, you're talking about is compassion. Is it well-deserved compassion? Because when you get over here, you're going to see it. You're going to be able to see behind that curtain that she don't show you. And then you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, now I can help you. I'm not going to help you from 8,000 miles over there. I've already done it for you. You don't have to do it. But when you're married and you have children with a woman over here, this is my insurance policy for them, Jeffrey. That's what I was telling AB yesterday. Because, I can't take out a policy over here, really. So why not, when I had the money, why not build it? Look at all the rent money I've saved over the last 2 years. 2 more years, I get my money back off rent money. You can't rent a house like this and a lot and everything for no less than 25,000 a month. You don't believe me? Go in Cebu, go in Manila, and you see these cracker box condominiums people are renting for 25, 30, 35, and 40,000 pesos per month. And it's not theirs. I've already saved that money. All I pay for is the electric and um, the water. Danny did the same thing though. He did the same thing. I think he spent I think he spent 1.2 million, which is nothing, man, in America. You can't get a bathroom addition for that. He built a house, 2 or 3 bedroom, then he built a guest house. Because he can trust the woman he's with. They've been together 5 years or something like that, whatever it is. When you've been with somebody that long, if you don't know them enough to do something like that, then you don't need to be doing it. You don't even need to be with them for real. See, that's what I'm saying. I could at least, I'm already thinking, man. I'm always thinking. How can I help people? Because they're saying, Calvin, can I lease a lot? Well, see, I don't know where you could lease it, but if me and Merlin owned the lot, we would lease it to you. Because Merlin, that was her job. She does all that. She can do everything from taxes all the way to the title, all the way to leasing and all of that, see? So then you'd be able to, yeah, you would lease it because I know for a fact we'll lease it to you. No, he said, but didn't you say men are buying women houses and losing money and you done the same thing? Well, see, this guy is a troll because I said if you're married to the woman or you got children, I've got a 3-year-old daughter in there, stupid. Okay? And whenever you get ready, that's my insurance policy on my daughter. My daughter's a U.S. citizen, but she's going to be raised in the Philippines. Get him off here, man. He's some kind of clown. I told you everything I talk about, I've done. I'm trying to get guys not to do it. Okay? You're the main one. You're not even over here. You're not even going to get off your couch and go anywhere. You're going to troll around people's comment section, trying to play devil's advocate. I'm saying, if you're not financially responsible, why in the world would you do that? Give me an answer, smart ass. If you're not financially responsible for a woman, why would you buy a house and lot for her? If you don't have kids if you're not married to her. You have an answer for that? You don't. You don't have an answer for nothing. That's why you're sitting on the couch in your mother's basement somewhere. You won't even take out the garbage. You damn right I did it. He said, just remodeling my shower. Yeah, costing $13,000. Man, you can build I spent about $5,500 for that guest house. I could live in that guest house, man. It's got everything in it that's in this house. Everything. Television, sink. It's got the kitchen, the bathroom. It's got everything. Refrigerator, aircon. Because most of my time is spent in this room anyway. If I'm not outside, I'm in here. I'm not even in. You could tear all that down and I'd still be able to live. Just keep this and that bathroom, same as over there. Okay? I would have liked for that bathroom to be a little bit smaller, but he built it by design. The way it was designed, he built it. So you can't argue with that. Yeah. See, that's enough for him. He's gone. But thank y'all guys so much for stopping by today. It's Sunday, and I got a guest, man. He's a great guy, too. He's the type of guy that you won't visiting you. He's going to be an ambassador for people, period. Okay? I mean, imagine traveling the world with a set of golf clubs, man. That's a first for me. I didn't even know what it was. I said, let me carry this for you. That damn thing was heavy. I said, what's this? I thought it was just one club, you know, that driver. He said, no, he said, it's 10 clubs in there. Yeah, man, you know, yeah, he's out of here. Hey, I appreciate it, brother. I don't know who this is. We get rid of him. But yeah, guys, when you come overseas, man, be the ambassador, man, for people coming behind you. Make their trip better for you having been here, man. That's all it is. Real simple. Take some pride in yourself. Be responsible. Be respectful. Do the right thing by people, man. It'll come back to you. Take care, everybody. Thank y'all for your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shoulders. I'll never take it for granted. If you're in Angeli City, it's for sure. November 25th, 12 noon, 12 to 5 at T-Back Sports Bar and Grill, Angeli City. And we're just going to hang out on Walking Street, man. It's going to be my first time there. Of course, Marilyn's going to be with me. She's not going to let me go there by myself. Because I'm a man. I might be tempted, man. You know. Take care, everybody.